Hi, I'm Gary, and welcome to the Galley. In the Galley today, we're going to be mixing up some Docktails. And for those of you not on a dock, feel free to call them cocktails. But one thing I wanted to share with you is the utmost importance of the chair in which you sit on to enjoy these cocktails or Docktails. Now, with Still Away came some director's chairs. And I think you can tell by looking at them, they've had a lot of Docktails enjoyed on them. They've had a lot of love, and you can even tell just how dark the canvas was at one time. So they've had a whole lot of love, but I really like them. I like how they fold up and stow away easy. I think they're comfortable to sit in, so I really want to keep them. I just think they need, yes, that's what they needed. Some new paint and some new canvas. And now they have a whole new lease on life. And aren't they beautiful? I love, love, love just taking something and making it new again, and not just giving it a toss, but giving it a whole new lease on life. And now these chairs are ready for many more Docktails to come. So let's head on into the Galley so I can make me a Docktail to sit in my new director's chair and enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the chairs I've been restoring. I've had a lot of fun. Still have one to go, but I have one done that I can have a cocktail in this evening. And we are all about raising our glasses and giving a toast to the end of strawberry season. It's been a great season. And although it's sad that strawberries are coming to an end for this season, that also means that in comes fresh peaches from South Carolina, North Carolina blueberries, fresh corn, potatoes, tomatoes, and squash, and you get it. So I want to make these 3 drinks. It's really only 2, but we're making it into 3 that celebrates the strawberry and that we can raise a glass to and toast. And I have been busy getting all the strawberries that I can, and the last of them. And I just have this little tray that I got at the dollar store so I can individually freeze them. And then I have a bag of individual strawberries. So these are great to have for smoothies. You can absolutely make these cocktails with those frozen ones, and it just lets us have those fresh strawberries for just a little bit longer. Now, one of the drinks is a mocktail that we then turn into a cocktail. And it does need some things, and I think it might sound like a lot, but it's really easy to do. But we need simple syrup, and we actually need this for both of our cocktails. We need some strawberry puree, and the strawberry puree is great to have in your refrigerator. Use it to put on desserts or strawberry daiquiris or strawberry margaritas. So you get the picture. It's great stuff to have in your refrigerator. And if you've got those strawberries that just got overripe and they've gotten really soft on you, just turn them into puree and they'll last a little longer. And this beautiful, isn't it gorgeous? Lemon, smells so good. Lemon sugar. And this lemon sugar we're going to use to coat the rim of our glass. But you could use it to do the rim of a lemon drop. You could use this lemon sugar in anything that you're baking that you would use lemon for. So lemon cookies, if you're making a lemon pound cake, just use this sugar instead of regular sugar. So anything that you are making with sugar that you want to have a little bit of pizzazz from some lemon, use the lemon sugar. Super easy to make. And I could make all 3 of these in under 5 minutes. Your simple syrup, it takes you 3 minutes to make. And out of curiosity, I went on to Amazon, and a 12-ounce jar of simple syrup cost almost $10. And we have 1 cup of sugar in here, so you can imagine that's about maybe 50 cents. So it's all inexpensive. It's all easy to do. We all have sugar in our cupboard, and we all have water. So simple syrup is a standard for cocktails. So it should be something that you just have if you want to sweeten iced tea, if you want to make fresh lemonade, anything you want to sweeten quick. If it's cold, it's going to sweeten it without worrying about sugar dissolving. So simple syrup is a great, great thing to have on hand. So let's go and learn how to make our simple syrup, our lemon sugar, and our pureed strawberries. To make your lemon sugar, you need the zest from 1 lemon and a cup of sugar. Make sure that your lemon is washed well. Now, if you have a microplaner or a zester, you can use that. In fact, if you have a microplaner, you can use that straight into the sugar if you don't have a food processor. I find it easy just to use the peeler and then just give this a rough chop. We're going to blitz it in the food processor. So we're not looking for perfection. We're just going to help it out a little bit. And into the food processor with our cup of sugar, the zest of our lemon, and I'm going to give this a whirl on high for about a minute. And there you have it, beautiful lemon sugar. You can use this lemon sugar to rim the glasses for a lemon drop, sprinkle it on lemon desserts, make lemon sugar cookies with it. So many options. Even if you're just having lemonade, you could rim the glass of your lemonade. Now you can put this straight into an airtight container, but I find it's pretty damp from the oils from the lemon. So I like to just put it on a plate and let it sit out for about an hour and dry up some. I have been known to leave it, forget about it, and you come back and it's really hard, and all you have to do is break it up back into the food processor for another blitz. And as simple as that, we have lemon sugar. So with your strawberry puree, as you can see, I didn't bother to clean out my bucket. It still has some of that lemon sugar in there. That's just going to add us some beautiful flavor. Now, because we are at the end of the strawberry season, the strawberries are getting kind of soft. We've had a lot of rain, and that really makes them soft and kind of mushy, and they don't have a long shelf life when it gets rainy like this. But for purees, it's perfect. And this puree is a great thing if you find yourself with a lot of strawberries. Just puree them up and put them in the fridge and use them for desserts, put on cheesecake, or make strawberry lemonade, strawberry daiquiris, strawberry margaritas. So we're just going to put those in our food processor and give them a whirl. I really want them to be as liquid as possible, so I might have to add a little simple syrup if they're not getting as smooth as I would like. But we want to put your food processor on high. give them a check. And they look perfect. I don't believe we need to add any, no, we don't need to add any simple syrup to this. So now I have this beautiful pureed strawberry goodness. And we're going to use this for both our mocktail and the cocktail. Isn't it beautiful? And if companies come in and you wanted to make a picture of strawberry lemonade or even the strawberry lemon mocktail that we're making, you could do this up ahead of time, have your puree ready. So simple syrup is just that, simple. I've got a pan here over medium-high heat, and I'm going to put 1 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. If you are looking to make a lot of simple syrup, it's just equal parts sugar and water. If you want a really thick syrup, then you can eliminate some of the water. And all you want to do here is bring it to a simmer and let it simmer for 3 minutes. So we're just coming to a simmer. I don't need it to boil. I'm just looking to make sure all of that sugar is completely dissolved. And after 3 minutes of simmering, you have simple syrup. It's just that simple. And don't be afraid if you think it looks too thin. As it cools, it will thicken up. So that was pretty easy, huh? So now that we have made all those things that we need, it's time to get down to making cocktails. Now I used the lemon. Obviously it was the lemon that I skinned. And I'm going to just squeeze that. And usually 1 lemon will do, and it really just depends on your lemon and how much juice you're going to get out of it. I'm looking for an individual glass, about 1/4 cup of lemon juice. If it's a little more, it's just going to be a little more lemony, and that's okay. I love these handy dandy little squeezers to really get all of that juice out of there. All right, so we've squeezed our lemon juice. Hang on to one of your halves because we're going to need it. So into my tin, and we'll measure and see about what I got. I'm looking for about 1/4 cup, and look at that, perfect. So I've got 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Then I want 1/4 cup of strawberry puree. And then I want 1/4 cup of my simple syrup. So really pretty easy so far once we had a few little components made. I'm going to give this a stir. And then I'm going to do 1 can or 6 ounces, 7 ounces of club soda. I really like the club soda here. It really brightens it up and woo, makes it sparkle and bubble over. It's pretty in red though. So the reason we saved our little lemon here is I want to take my glass and just rub it around and get it nice and wet from that lemon juice. And then in my little bowl of lemon sugar, I'm going to rim my glass with it. And then you have this beautiful rimmed glass, rimmed with that beautiful lemon sugar. So every drop that you take, you will get that beautiful freshness and that just bite of sugar. I'm going to fill my glass with ice. Nice crushed, beautiful ice. Give me one more stir, and in we go. Now I make these and take him around to the boat for Billy when he's working, just to cool him off a bit. And then we have it. Now, I think I just called it the lemon sugar mocktail. And the cocktail, I think, needs a name. And maybe this one too. So if y'all think of something that's a really good name for it, just shoot me a note and let me know. So, oh, I love that bite of sugar on the rim. The lemon and sugar, they're balanced well together. Nothing's fighting over the other one. It's not too sweet. It's not too tart. It's just perfect. Oh, it's really good. Billy would like me to take me this one now, but I can't take it to him because now we're going to turn this into a cocktail. As simple as that. Add some vodka in here, and now we have a cocktail. Now, when you order a cocktail at the bar, if you get a rum and coke, a gin and tonic, any kind of cocktail like that, you get 1.5 ounces of alcohol. If you bump it up to and get a martini or a Manhattan, then you get 2 ounces of alcohol. So for this, because this is just your basic cocktail, we're gonna go with 1.5 ounces of vodka. And now, one more little stir. And now, we turned our mocktail into a cocktail. And who wouldn't love this cocktail on a hot afternoon sitting on the dock? I think it's going to be better. Oh yeah. I think I'm going to keep sipping on that while we move on to the next one. All right, so on to the cocktail that's only ever going to be a cocktail. This can never be a mocktail. I like to think that this is a Manhattan, an old fashioned, got a little drunk and had a love child. And this is the love child. I have taken parts of the Manhattan, parts of the old fashioned, put them together and created what I am naming the Paul Hatton. Paul, for my friend Paul Hammock, who likes his bourbon and isn't afraid to put a little sweet in his bourbon, and Manhattan from the Manhattan. So here we go, the Paul Hatton. Now I have done 3 strawberries, and you can do this as many, as less as you like, depending on how the size of your strawberries. But I did 3, and into my muddler they go. And with those strawberries, I'm going to do 1 ounce of simple syrup. There's our simple syrup again. And then I'm going to muddle. And I want to muddle this pretty well. I really want to break those strawberries up and just get all that flavor and sweetness and goodness from those strawberries. And when I think that I have given them a good muddle, now we're going to add some bourbon. Now, again, because this is going to get 2 ounces instead of 1.5 ounces, we're going to give this 2 ounces of bourbon. So the Manhattan gets sweet vermouth, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. But because we're turning things around, I'm going with some amaretto. Now I love these little amaretto bottles, or just the little airplane bottles when you're experimenting, making cocktails and making new recipes, and you don't want to invest in a whole bottle, it's a great thing. But now I'm going to go invest in the whole bottle because I really love this cocktail. So instead of the ounce of sweet vermouth, we're doing an ounce of amaretto. And I just thought the amaretto, that almond and the strawberry would just really go well together. So with our old fashioned, we would do a strawberry and sugar and muddle. So I did strawberries and sugar and muddled. And with the Manhattan, we would do the sweet vermouth. I did the amaretto. So you can see how we have kind of combined a little bit of both. Now, you have two options here. If I was to just dump this straight into my ice, and I'm doing the big cube because you need big cubes for your bourbon. If I was to dump this straight into here, they would call that doing a dirty dump. If I was to strain it, then it's a clean dump. And I think this is your own personal choice. If you don't mind the muddled bits of strawberry in there, then by all means just dump it. If you want it a little cleaner, then just strain it. Now, I like to strain it in this because I can then just use my bubbler and really make sure that I get all the goodness from those strawberries. And you can see that little bit of red just drizzling out of there. So, back to the old fashioned and the Manhattan. In an old fashioned, you would get a twist of orange. But I'm gonna go twist of lemon because I think the lemon is gonna go better with my strawberry, with my almond. And I am going to twist this up, give it a good twist, and break it up because that breaks up those oils and that lemon rind, and pop it in there, and that's just gonna wake that drink right up. And how pretty is that? So this, I've discovered, is one of my new favorites. Oh, the bourbon, the almond, the strawberry, it all comes through, and it is delicious. So, Mr. Paul Hammock, have one of the bartenders make you one. Raise a glass, you and JP. Cheers. So cheers to a fantastic strawberry season, and cheers to all the new seasons coming in. Hope you enjoyed these Docktails today. Hope to see you on the dock sometime soon for them. And until next time, safe cruising.